going into junior high, I was going traditionally being in the 100.
Yeah.
But I met my coach to this day, him and Coach Meek.
Yeah.
Coach Allen, Coach Meek.
Yeah.
I call him Coach. A lot of relationships has been built through the years, but somebody to carry over through the years, to the last 20 years, 30 years, and still you can call him Coach.
Right, dude, yeah.
I can call him right now.
That's right.
And they'll do anything for you.
Yeah.
But when I met Coach Allen, I think it was
He's legendary.
Yes.
Yeah.
7th, 8th grade year, that's when you told me you're going to be a quarter miler. I still hold the record for Central in the 2 and the 4.
Wow.
Man, I was running 50 points in junior high.
Yeah, that's insane, man.
Yeah, so they were telling me your time probably would have placed at district.
Yeah.
And I'm
a freshman.
Yeah. I was like, okay. Man. So that's when we knew something was going to be serious.
Right, exactly.
And then coming on the scene as sophomore, I made a strong appearance, man.
Yeah.
3-time regional champion, man.
Nice.
That's all God. But nowadays, kids, I'm being frank, the kids, some get it, some don't want to train.
Yeah, I know. What's going on, do you think?
Brother, it's a mixture of parents and kids. They want microwave results.
That's right.
They want the proof without doing the work.
Yeah.
And you see that. And that's why we haven't seen any fast times the last 25 plus years, especially around here.
Yeah.
You got a dime a dozen here.
Right.
But kids say, oh, I ran 11, 12-1. Yeah. Fast. I'm like, dude, that's not fast.
No, God.
In my time, guys running 100.
Yeah.
You wouldn't get out of district, especially when it was 5A, when now it's 6A.
Yeah.
But with the Permians and the Coopers and Abilene Highs and district, you have to run a 10-2, 10-1 just to get out of district. So speed kills. You already know that. Yeah. I don't care what speed kills.
It doesn't matter, yeah.
But you got to have everybody on board.
Yeah.
From the administration to the head coach.
Yeah.
To your assistant coaches.
To
the parents.
Yeah.
And then the kids got to buy in to what the coach is telling.
Dude, yeah.
Now recently NCAA has just announced that it's going to move into the immersion and possibly the championship status by 2028.
Awesome.
So there will be a championship level of Division I, II, and III.
Okay.
So I'm in the American South Conference.
Yeah.
So we already got 6 schools. So we already got our 2-year schedule out.
Got you.
Playing for a conference championship.
Okay.
So that right there makes it a great recruiting tool. Why can't we be a powerhouse? You got all these kids here. Kids, do they want to?
Right.
They don't have. They want to be inside of the comfort.
Uh-huh.
You have to tell us to come inside. When
I know, dude.
The kids are being with the tablet and the comfort. Oh, it's too high. I want to run.
Yeah.
But I think it's just that drive. But then parents.
Right.
But at this age, when they're just developing that love or developing the interest, you got to put them all in front.
Man, I love that.
You have to.
Okay.
You have to get them outside.
Yeah.
And,
absolutely.
Get them off their tablet.
Exactly.
Get them outside.
Yeah.
I'm not going to live through her.
Okay.
Because it's her journey.
Yeah.
But I think the best way it is what are your intentions?
Okay.
Come on now.
Yeah.
What are your intentions? You coaching your son or daughter.
Yeah.
They're going to make mistakes. Let them make mistakes. Let them have fun. Be that sideline dad or mom. But if you coaching the team, you got to do it. Or you hear it. Oh, I'm just as hard on my son or daughter just as other kids. Fine.
Yeah.
But after practice, you're going to get in the car, you're still talking about that?
Exactly, yeah.
Now they need dad.
That's
right. They
right.
don't need coach.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for sports, brother, I don't know where I would be.
Me neither. Seriously.
I'll probably be dead in jail right now.
Dude, I know, man.
Real talk.
Me too.
You know, and have I made mistakes? Yes.
If you grew up in West Texas like I did, you probably heard this guy's name at one point, either from breaking a new track record or running for a touchdown. Now he's coaching at the collegiate level. This is my friend Sam Singleton Jr.
Yeah, we rise, we inspire. Forged by fire, turn the pressure into power. For real. Feels burn. Yeah, we rise, we inspire. Forged by fire, turn the pressure into power. For real.
Okay, guys, here we go. Welcome back. We're back at it with another special guest. This guest today was a legend in West Texas. I grew up hearing this guy's name. So this is Sam Singleton. Thank you, sir, for coming in, brother.
Man, appreciate you having me.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Of course. And so today we're going to talk about a lot of different things. We're going to talk about West Texas football. We're going to talk about coaching in general. Probably talk about raising a family, everything that goes into to being a coach in West Texas. So thanks for joining us, guys. So I'm going to let you, Sam, give your back, give us a little bit about your background. Tell us who you are and where you're from and all that.
Starting off, born in Tom Green, right here, San Angelo, born and raised. Went through the old school, system of Altaloma.
Mm-hmm.
That's my elementary.
Nice.
Went to Stephen F. Austin for a little bit.
That's where I went.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then moved on. Did a little time at McGill Elementary.
Yeah.
So I'm starting from the grassroots, brother.
I like it. Yeah.
And then traditionally went on to Lee when it was Lee Junior High.
Yeah.
And then went on to Central.
Nice.
And then opportunity to play college sports at UTEP.
Yeah.
Came at my time at Central. But born and raised here, man, and just a lot of fond memories. This is home.
Yeah.
This is home. So I'm just grateful. And my mom's still here. My wife's family's still here. Aunt's here. Childhood friends are here.
Yep.
So San Angelo is always home.
Yeah.
And they always say you can always come back home.
That's right. Yeah.
So it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, dude. That's cool. Well, it's good you're back, man. I'm glad we're getting to catch up here a little bit. So, I remember growing up. So you might know, you probably, I think you did know my best friend Jared Evans. Do you remember Jared?
Jared Evans.
Yeah.
Jared Evans.
He was a track guy, but he also played football and baseball. But at one point he was 15th fastest in the 200.
Wow.
Fast, dude.
Okay.
And I remember he would talk about you.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy to think about. So his parents are Richard and Phoebe Evans. I don't know if you know them. The Harris family is whose Phoebe's family is, so like Michael Harris and all them. But I don't know if you knew them or not. But anyway, so I grew up just kind of hearing about you in sports and stuff.
Yeah.
What was your main sport in high school?
Oh, it was track.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You were a sprinter.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what did you do? The 100 and 200?
No. Actually, going into junior high, I was going traditionally being in the 100.
Yeah.
But I met my coach to this day, him and Coach Meek.
Yeah.
Coach Allen, Coach Meek.
Yeah.
I call him Coach. A lot of relationships has been built through the years, but somebody that carry over through the years, to the last 20 years, 30 years, and still you can call him Coach.
Right, dude. Yeah.
I can call him right now.
That's right.
And they'll do anything for you.
Yeah.
Those are special bonds that you have. But I was in the 100. Did that. But when I met Coach Allen, I think it was
He's legendary.
Yes.
Yeah.
8th grade year. That's when he told me you're gonna be a quarter miler.
Really?
So transition from 1 to the 2 to the 4. So the 4 is my specialty.
Really? Okay.
Yes, and I still hold the record for Central in the 2 and the 4.
Wow.
And it's been 23, 24 years, 25 years.
25 years. Yeah.
Yeah, and but the 400, that's mine.
I didn't know you ran the 400.
Yes.
Were you on the sprint relay as well, or the mile relay?
Yeah, I was on both.
All of them. Yeah.
Yeah, and man, we had some studs. Ronald Branch when I was a sophomore, he was my first leg. I was second.
Who was y'all's anchor?
Danny Adams.
Okay.
Guy named Danny Adams. And then B.J. Huey was our third.
Okay.
And then going through Terrence Norris.
I know that name.
At Lakeview.
Okay.
He's before me, a little bit before me. Man, state champion with Coach Sawyer at Lakeview.
Yeah, Coach Sawyer, dude. Another legend.
Yes, yes, man. And then, talking to him, learning from him. But moving on to Central was I turned into a 4 and a 2 guy.
Nice.
And,
yeah.
That was around that mid-90s. And, my favorite runner was Michael Johnson.
Yeah.
The senior run in the Olympics with the gold shoes.
Yep. Dang, yeah.
So, me having the opportunity to go to state all 3 years of my high school and being on the medal stand, that really solidified of being a track. So that's my first love.
Man, that's amazing.
Yeah, it is.
All right, guys, that's just a little teaser. You're going to have to tune in. This is going to be a good one, especially if you grew up in West Texas. All right, we'll see you soon. We're going to continue on. Man, that was good. So you what was your fastest time, just out of curiosity, in the 100?
Oh, man, you
was it like did you run a 10 something?
No, it going in the vault. I might be modest.
Yeah.
But it's mid 11s.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm in 7th grade, brother.
Whoa.
Mid 11s. 8th grade. I don't even think I ran it in 8th grade.
Yeah.
I think once they saw me and my endurance.
Right.
Just natural ability.
Yeah. What about the 400? What was some of your fastest?
You want fastest time now?
No, like, well, I mean, just whatever record you set and all that. Like, what was your fastest recorded?
College was 45.7.
Wow.
With the altitude in El Paso.
Okay.
It was 45.2, but with the bump up, 45.7.
Wow.
So I'm ranked number 7 all time in UTEP history.
Okay.
As one of the fastest quarter milers come through UTEP history.
Yeah.
So that's 45.7.
Okay.
Ranked number 7.
Yeah.
High school, my time is 46.7. So the unique, I was running 50 point as a freshman.
Were you?
Yeah. So, and then I believe when UIL changed the rules, coach told me you could have ran varsity as a freshman, but I think was 90, because I graduated in 97, so 94, 93 when they changed it. Where freshmen now can run varsity. So I think it was a year after me when I came on to the campus. I think that UIL rule changed now that freshmen now can run on the varsity level. So it's been there. Yeah, but man, I was running 50 points in junior high.
Yeah, that's insane, man.
So they were telling me your time probably would have placed at district.
Yeah.
And I'm
a freshman.
Yeah. I was like, okay. Man. So that's when we knew something was going to be serious.
Right, exactly.
And then coming on the scene as sophomore, I made a strong appearance, man.
Yeah.
3-time regional champion, man. That's all God, but man, just the history of that.
That's cool to hear about that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I didn't know exactly how it went down, so it was cool to kind of learn about that.
Oh man, that's my race. So
I
love watching it.
Yeah.
I love.
You ever coached any athletes in that?
In the junior high, that's what I did now these past couple of years.
Talk about that a little bit. You're coaching
summer track, and doing that, man, and just training kids. But nowadays, kids, I'm being frank, the kids, some get it, some don't want to train.
Yeah, I know. What's going on? Do you think,
brother? It's a mixture of parents and kids. They want microwave results.
That's right. Yeah.
Well, I'm old school. I'm sure you're old school too.
Yeah,
in the
for
mix.
sure.
You got to put in the work.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just think track season's coming around. Oh, I'm gonna get out on the track in January.
Mm-hmm.
First meet is 3 weeks away in February because the schedule of how. And then kids get out there and just want to think they can do. No, you got to be training back in the fall.
Exactly. Yeah.
If you did football, I understand that. In the weight room and.
Yeah.
But what's going on now, man? Kids want microwave results. Yeah. They want the proof without doing the work.
Yeah.
And you see that, and that's why we haven't seen any fast times the last 25 plus years, especially around here.
Yeah.
You got a dime a dozen here.
Right.
But kids say, oh, I ran 11, 12-1. Fast. I'm like, dude, that's not fast.
No, God.
In my time, guys running 100.
Yeah.
You wouldn't get out of district, especially when it was 5A, when now it's 6A.
Yeah.
But with the Permians and the Coopers and Abilene Highs and district, you have to run a 10-2, 10-1 just to get out of district.
Man,
just to get
crazy.
out.
Yeah.
So somebody's going home.
Yeah.
So,
seriously,
but that type of training, prepared me when I got to college.
Mm-hmm.
And, my buddies, training with now, and one of my good buddies, actually my college roommate, when I went, he's the head coach now at OHS.
Nice.
Ronald Promise, And but training at UTEP, it was like Olympic trials every day.
Yeah, I bet.
Because we were pushing each other.
That's cool.
But that led with the work ethic I had in high school. Did I do everything right? No.
Right.
But just the giftedness and being a leader. And if you ask anybody, they'll tell you, oh, man, I worked. Yes, I did. You know, but did I slack? I did sometimes.
Right, yeah.
It's part of it.
Exactly,
But I thank God it got me to where, I am now and being a coach. But, man, the kids want microwave results, and I say that, work. And then you got some coaches who probably never participated in the sport who want to come coach.
Yeah.
Go do this, go do that. But are you really developing them?
I know, right?
Pushing them. It's the hunger, or it's, just the comfort of the season.
Yeah.
But and as you know, track is not as big as football because West Texas football is king.
Yeah.
But track, it correlates with football.
Yeah.
And you start getting to the Metroplex, Houston, Dallas.
Man,
coaches tell
those
their kids.
teams up there are just dominating now on all fronts.
Man,
like, it's crazy.
Coaches tell their kids, you are running track.
Okay.
If you do not run track.
Mandatory, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I got buddies that I talk to, South Oak Cliff, Arlington Lamar, Dallas, all those. And they said, Coach Todd.
Yeah.
Man, legendary.
Oh, yeah?
State champion with South Oak Cliff.
Oh, okay.
He tells his kids, you running track.
Yeah. They have to, yeah.
Yes. Coach Reginald Stamples. He tells his kids they run track for Duncanville. They run track. Those kids run track, and you see it on the football field.
So do you think, like, with, you know, especially with football, but also with track, basketball even, baseball it can kind of be a little finicky. It can be a little different. Like, you have some teams around Texas that do all right, but like we're talking about, that North Dallas, or really just the Dallas Metroplex area, the teams, the athletes that are produced out of there, do you think it comes down, because some people, you know, are arguing like, no, it's just they have a bigger pool to choose from, which that's true. Like, more people live there, more students, better athletes. And then some people are like, no, it's the coaching from the bottom up, from 7th grade up. They're running the same program. They're developing them, making them run track, you know. So it's the coaching. Or is it the mindset? Is it the parents that one thing that they have going, I heard, is that, you know, from 7th grade, they've got them in with trainers and extracurricular stuff that's not even UIL to help prepare them for whatever sport they're playing, and they're focused on one sport, maybe two. What do you think it is altogether? Why are we not producing like we used to in terms of good teams and athletes?
And you're talking about out here in the West?
Yeah.
Man, it's a combination of all of that.
Okay.
Really.
That makes sense, yeah.
And I'm using an example when we talk about that. It's funny how you brought that up, because we was talking to them, my wife and a couple of buddies of mine, but my daughter, soccer, we played Travel Soccer Academy.
Yeah.
Her team, you know, shout out to Broncos Elite. You know, now we're changing to DKSC. However, her team's number 2 in the state.
Wow.
Whooping everybody out here in the region.
Yeah.
Because of the skill and her speed. That's why she plays forward. So speed kills. You already know that.
Yeah.
I don't care what speed kills.
It doesn't matter, yeah.
However, but when we go to the Dallas, we beating some Dallas teams. And these young girls are playing up. She's 9, so she's playing 11, 12, and they're playing up.
Yeah.
It's a combination of all of that.
Okay.
You know, but I believe the number one is the mindset.
Okay, yeah.
You know, yes, they got trainers. They put them in 7th grade. And that's how we were growing up with Coach Gandy. You know,
you talking Kyle Gandy or what?
Oh, Dan Gandy, the
Dan.
dad.
Yeah, I played for Kyle. You played for Dan?
Yeah, Central.
That's crazy,
Kyle,
yeah.
his son was at Lakeview.
Well, and, Kyle was at Central too. I played for him.
I think he came over after.
That's right.
Because he coached Sterling Gilbert.
Yeah.
You know, so he was the. However, the systems.
Yeah. Right.
So whenever you got a coach game changer, and I'm gonna bring up a point, and you know, people out there can fact check me.
Yeah.
You can too. The system. So when we got to junior high, we were running what Coach Gandy had put in for Central. So by the time we got there, we was all ready to go. We didn't have to go start off.
Yep.
And so when we was talking about, you know, coming up to the studio, when you talking about how was my time at Permian, Coach Ellison, his junior highs, they know the command lines, stretch lines. They know all of that over there at the junior highs in Ector County. So that seeing that, it shows how a great program can be successful when you get them at the 5th, 6th grade.
Yes.
Brent Davis here at Central when he was here those years.
Yeah.
But look what he did. It took some time, but he went into the elementaries.
That's right.
And started there. So by the time they got to him, they were already ready to roll.
See, that's to me was the key. That's what I keep saying.
Yes.
That's so important.
Yes, it is. It's very important. But you got to have everybody on board. From the administration to the head coach, to your assistant coaches, to the parents, and then the kids got to buy in to what the coach is telling.
Dude,
so you can't waver, you know, and it's very hard. Are you going to have some? Yeah, but if you can get a hold of them 5th and 6th grade, by the time they start getting organized, it makes it easier by the time they get to the high school level.
Yeah,
because now you're not teaching them correct lineup.
That's right.
We're ready to roll.
They already
we
know
the
it
system
by heart.
And that's how we were, you know, the old school veer option and everything. We were running those plays in junior high.
Yeah.
But you got to look back. We had Lee, Glenn, Addison. So we were running
Lincoln
all
too,
and Lincoln with Lincoln fed into Lakeview.
Yeah, that's true. You're right.
But I'm sure Kyle had the system.
Yeah.
So those the plays.
Yeah.
So you running you know what 18 option is. You know what 32 sweep and all that. So by the time you got there, it's perfection. Now
That's
it's
right.
just polishing you as an athlete.
That's right.
So
Yeah.
you talk about Dallas and Houston. It's all of that combination, but also
okay.
the mindset.
Yeah, it does seem like that.
But, yeah.
Man, it seems like, just like you said, about how everybody's bought in and on the same page. You don't see that as much here, man. Like, they're all, the parents, the students, the coaches, assistant coaches, the administration, they're all bought in and pushing toward the same goal.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we need more of that, dude. And you said you've seen some of that, like at Permian, right? You were coaching at Permian?
Yeah. So,
What was it like coaching there?
man, I did freshman, and
Yeah.
we went 10-0.
Dang!
We went 10-0, and I don't believe for a minute that they'll have another class come through there that will go 10-0.
Wow.
And me being a part of that,
Yeah.
the coaching, but the kids, when you've heard it before, if a kid knows that you love them, they'll run through a brick wall,
Right.
or they'll do anything for you,
Yeah.
because they care. I felt
Yeah.
that too.
Yeah.
You know, my coaches, Sam, I believe in you.
Yep.
Man, what?
That's right.
Go out there and do it. Okay.
Yeah.
Just
That's
that
right.
belief. Because
Yeah.
everybody lines up. Everybody has to put their pants on the same. I put my helmet on the same.
Yeah.
But it's that mindset. And seeing that at Permian really showed me structure
Yeah.
and what. And, you know, it's one of the biggest schools in Texas. With almost 4,200 students. Odessa's ranked number 4 if you in the state of Texas as far. They got almost 4,600 students.
Wow.
You know, I was looking at a thing. Allen, they graduated 1,700 kids.
Really? That's it?
Allen, 1,700. So if you
That's
look it up,
crazy,
Matt,
dude.
on the thing,
Yeah.
what time did graduation start for them?
Wait, so you're talking 1,700 kids in that class, like in the senior
Yes,
class?
sir.
You're kidding.
Allen High School.
Oh,
So,
dude.
so
yeah, what time did it start?
that's what I'm saying.
Sun up to sundown.
But then you going back, you know, why can't we be a powerhouse? You got all these kids here. Kids, do they want to?
Right.
They don't have. They want to be inside of the comfort.
Uh-huh.
You have to tell us to come inside. When
Yeah, I know, dude.
The kids
Yeah.
are being with the tablet and
Yeah.
the comfort. Oh, it's too high. I want to run.
Yeah.
But I think it's just that drive. But then
Yeah.
parents, they're not pushing.
Yeah.
You know, now I ain't
It's
gonna say,
that
oh,
too,
you
you're
got
right.
some.
You do. Yeah, you
but
do.
you know, a team. You know,
Yeah.
You know, individually and all that stuff. But it all complies. But I think
Yeah.
it's just the atmosphere of what they have up there, and then the
Absolutely.
support.
Yeah.
You know, and the resources too.
Yep.
You
The
know?
resources too, yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that plays a big factor too.
Yeah.
The kid want to look good, feel good. The old
Right.
Dion saying, "You look good, you feel
It's
good,
true,
you feel
man.
good, you play good."
Man, I went and covered the state championship, high school state championship at Cowboy Stadium.
Yes, sir.
And I was there for 2 or 3 days, and I can't tell you how many teams I saw with decked out, their names on the back of their jersey,
Man.
their shoes match their helmet. You know,
That says a lot.
It does, man. It really does.
That says a lot.
It makes you feel confident.
Oh
you know?
man, you
Yeah.
want to look good.
Yeah.
Man, look what they got.
Exactly.
You coming in looking good. Everybody
Yeah.
look at me, look at me.
Yep.
But it's the mindset of what they've done and the work that they put
Yeah.
in,
Yeah.
and I think that's lacking out here in the West. But there is talent out here in the West.
Okay, yeah.
But it's just a dime a dozen here.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
And,
okay.
But you gotta look at it. Go all around. I mean, I might be dabbling into something that people ain't gonna like, but the quality of living. You
Yeah.
know, I'm West Texas born. I love it.
Yeah, dude, same here.
You know, I hear coaches sometimes say, "Man, I'm not going to go recruit out in the West. Why drive 400 miles?"
Wow. You
Where I
hear
can-
that sometimes?
Yeah,
Man,
I can
that's
just go to
sad.
Dallas,
Yeah.
and kill 3 birds in one stone.
Yep.
Compared to driving way out west to go to 1, 2 schools.
Yeah.
However, you know, but still, the talent too. You got to be a stud to get on somebody's radar.
It's true. Yeah.
You know, and that's a dime a dozen.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah.
But I think it's the preference.
Yeah.
Man, it's all. But there's kids out here, and I love it, that are putting in the work. So let's not negate
That's
that.
true. Yeah.
It's just.
true.
Have they been seen?
Right.
Have they been discovered?
Yeah.
And sometimes the parents don't know how. We just
Yeah.
don't know what road to take.
Uh-huh.
You know, we got social media. That's the biggest thing we can do. But how do we present ourselves? So that's where it's coming in now. Me being on the flip side of now being a college coach, coming from the high school.
Yeah.
But my time in Permian really gave me the mindset and to see how things can be organized.
Yeah, real
What's the-
quick, didn't you say
Go ahead.
some people were like calling you a traitor and stuff?
Oh man, when I tell my wife,
You're like, you're a Bobcat. Why are you going to Permian?
Yeah, don't you step foot in San Angelo?
Yeah.
You know, you're a Bobcat, Sam. I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
Hey, man, it's you know, but the
No, it's all
opportunity.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is, and the experience that I've gained.
Yeah.
And the knowledge and that time there for that year. So, you know, can't take that away. even though it's a rival.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
But man, being the coach, and coaching takes you everywhere.
That's right.
And even before I was doing it, a coach told me and said, "No, it doesn't matter what color you put on. You know, you're gonna, if you're doing this for the love of it.
That's right. Yeah.
You're not gonna get rich.
I know. Yeah.
However, but being at that level, but yes, it I took a little flack from it, man.
Yeah.
But it was fun.
Would you like to? What if you got offered? I know you're going to the collegiate level, but what if you got offered a job at Central? Would you take it? Depending, I guess, on what position it was. Huh?
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm at a point now, man, and you gotta. What's the best fit?
Yeah.
I'm not just gonna take something just to do it.
Right.
What part are you wanting me to be in?
That's right.
So, and I think choices come with that.
Yeah.
So this opportunity to me to be a head collegiate coach. Not many people can step into the college realm, even though it's D3.
Dude,
but I'm still the NCAA coming in as a head coach.
That's cool. Yeah.
They pay your dues, be an assistant, GA.
Yeah.
Oh man, God said, let's go.
Yeah.
So I believe I'm built for it. So
Yeah.
all that I've been through led me up to this point.
Nice.
So now, but yeah, it's on the women's side, but still,
Yeah.
NCAA college coach.
Absolutely. When are you starting?
I've already started.
Oh, you have?
Already
So
started.
how's it
My
going?
first day was the 26th.
In Brownwood, right?
The 26th. It was the first day.
What's it been like there so far?
It's slow and steady. It's
Okay.
summer.
Yeah.
So it's really not, not much going on. About to
Yeah.
start summer school. So my task now is to go find the girls.
Yeah.
So I'm on the
Okay.
recruiting trail.
Nice.
So I'm gonna be hitting the road and got some time to be with my family before I'm crisscrossing, man.
Yeah.
But Brownwood is awesome. I'm beginning to see. Had some time to drive around.
Yeah. What do you think about it?
It's nice.
Yeah?
Yeah. I really
I
haven't.
like Brownwood too.
Yeah, been in Brownwood up until now.
Okay.
Drove through it and
Yeah.
come around, but now got time to really just see.
You go to Underwoods?
First day we went,
Yeah, of course.
Coach
Yeah.
Bright took me.
Yeah.
So that's where we was at. That's
Nice.
the tradition, man.
Yeah.
We ate at Underwood.
I like Brownwood though. I go there. I would go there quite a bit to play golf at the Hideout.
Okay.
Great course,
Okay.
dude. But I love Brownwood.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
man. I think it's a catch.
Yeah.
And it grows on you.
Yeah.
Especially with Lake Brownwood.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna get a chance to experience that, man. A couple of my coaching friends, they have lake houses there.
Yep.
So like, we coming to see you, man. We're gonna come fish and do all that. So I'm like, yeah, that gives
that'll
you a
be
reason.
nice.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Cool. So was this the best position for you in terms of just like all around, like with what they were offering, with as your family, like considering it, you felt like this was the best move?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And man, I had another school on the table.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Stillman College,
Where's that at?
Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
Oh,
King of
wow,
football,
dude.
5 miles up from University of Alabama.
Oh,
So
interesting.
Stillman was at HBCU. It
cool.
is at HBCU.
Yeah.
So actually, we
That
were
would've been
contemplating taking that.
Yeah.
But then, Howard Payne came in the picture.
Mm-hmm.
So logistically,
Yeah.
I was looking at it, to start off.
Mm-hmm.
They're an NAIA school, and Howard Payne's is a NCAA
Right.
D3.
true.
However, so we were looking at that, but all in the end, Howard Payne was the best choice.
Yeah.
Logistically to start this,
Right. Yeah.
and ride this wave because it's booming, and opportunities are going to come. And
Yeah.
however long guy has us there at Howard Payne,
Yeah.
we're going to be there. I'm going to give him my all, man. But being able to start a program from the ground up,
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
and being, my name will forever be engraved in it.
Yeah.
However long they want me,
Right. Yeah.
but making history all the way around.
That's
but
cool.
setting the pathway for my little one right here.
Yeah.
So and other young ladies that's coming.
That's right. Yeah.
So this is a trailblazing moment, a pioneer in the thing. So nationally,
Dude, let's
it's-
talk. You know what's interesting about that? So, flag football, women's flag football, is really an up and coming thing.
Yes.
It's interesting. Like, obviously, I don't want to insult anybody, you or any women out there who play the sport, because there are plenty of women who are very serious about the game. And not to say that the lingerie league and all that, they're not serious, because they are. But what my point is, it's kind of hard to see sometimes they take the game and make it kind of a mockery like that. So I like seeing it move into a direction where everybody's starting to take it more serious. It's becoming an actual thing now. And so I think that's cool that you're kind of on the forefront of that. You know what I mean? You could seriously be, like you just said, like a pioneer when it comes to really forging the way for women to take this as a serious path.
Absolutely.
And I like that, man, that they get to play the sport and experience the sport on that level.
Yes.
So, I just really like that. So what's it going to be like as far as y'all playing? Are y'all going to play other teams all around the country, other D3s, or just in y'all's region, or how does it work? Do you know yet?
So, Matt, the beauty of it is, man, you got a lot of these big schools are popping up with teams.
Yeah.
They're coming up with teams.
Yep.
Awesome. It's happening.
Yeah.
Right now, man.
Exactly.
You got about 2.4 million girls in the United States playing flag.
Dang,
so it ain't nothing new.
Yeah.
Now it's just getting the limelight.
That's right.
NFL, they didn't invent it.
Right.
They just enhanced the visibility of it.
Yeah. Okay.
And then they're pouring in the resources.
Okay.
Which is what's needed.
Yes.
Now recently NCAA has just announced that it's going to move into the immersion and possibly the championship status by 2028.
Awesome.
So there will be a championship level of Division I, II, and III.
Okay.
So I'm in the American South Conference.
Yeah.
So we already got 6 schools. So we already got our 2-year schedule out.
Got you.
Playing for a conference championship.
Okay.
So that right there makes it a great recruiting tool to use when we're talking to young ladies.
Yeah.
So if you go to a big school, fine, you want to go, but you're not playing for a conference championship for the next 2 years.
Yeah, okay.
So you can come over here and get experience.
Uh-huh.
Even though we don't give out athletic scholarships.
Okay.
However, but young people with the academics and everything, so we provide that.
Yeah.
But there's ways, but the opportunity to come play is there.
Yeah.
And I think that's what young ladies are wanting.
Yeah.
And from what I'm talking to, they're wanting the opportunity to play at the college level.
Yeah.
And it's mind-boggling.
I know, man.
And to think 5-10 years ago we wouldn't be talking about this.
So cool, yeah.
But now it just flipped the script, and
That's
it's
right.
like, what? I can go to college, play flag football.
It's amazing.
Possibly on a scholarship, or just go represent.
Yeah.
Yes, here we are.
Cool.
Here we are, and being in the forefront of that.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully setting the blueprint.
Yeah, exactly.
Hopefully being the pioneer, which I am.
Yeah.
I really am. And us coaches in the conference, so we're starting that thing. It's all new, but the game ain't new, but everything is new.
Yeah.
So now you got to get into the gusto of it. So I'm working with my good friend of mine, good brother of mine, UTEP alumni too, Johnny Rivers. He's president and CEO of Sports X out in El Paso. So we're going to be getting together here pretty soon. But the science of it.
Yeah.
You're talking about young ladies and their bodies.
Right.
So when a parent is looking for the best school for their daughter, what are they providing?
Right.
Other than just being an athlete.
Okay, yeah.
Nutrition, mental health.
Oh, nice.
The physicality of it. These
Yeah.
young ladies turning into women in the next 5 years, possibly having babies and being married and stuff like that. We got to look at that. And then being a coach, especially on the female side, we got to look at that.
Yeah.
But what better way? I have my daughter.
I know.
So that's that connection.
Cool.
But it's much more to it than just coaching X and O's.
Yeah, it is, right.
You can't talk to the girls like you do the guys.
I know. That's interesting.
So wearing that type of hat, especially at the collegiate level.
That's cool.
Playing at that level, but then how are you going to communicate?
Exactly.
How are you going to talk to them?
Yeah.
But that father figure comes in because the parents want to know, is my daughter going to be safe?
That's
coach?
Right. Oh, yeah.
You want my daughter
you
for
have to have
years?
the highest character, dude, to do that. You know what I mean?
Sir.
And all that's what's cool about that, whether you stay in that and, end up coaching in that or do something else, either way, it's going to help make you a better, well-rounded coach.
Absolutely.
That's really cool.
Absolutely.
That is a great opportunity.
Yep. So, you do your research with reading. Has anybody thought about that? I'm sure they have.
Yeah.
But the layout of it, it hasn't been set yet.
Okay.
But eventually NCAA is going to come in, take the horns.
Yep.
They are. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
And everybody knows that. But getting out in the forefront, like, what's happening here? What's happening
Exactly.
here? That's what I hope to do at Howard Payne.
Yeah, that's cool.
But also just in the grassroots in my home city, too, and just all around.
Well, you think ASU could get a team?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're thinking as far as the athletic director and everybody. But eventually.
Yeah, exactly.
But eventually, there's Division II schools out there that are doing that.
Nice. Yeah.
And I think it can happen. But it just depending on, what direction they want to go.
Yeah.
But some schools are dropping sports to add this.
Oh, they are?
Yes.
Interesting.
It's a lot. It's a lot that goes in behind the scene.
Yeah.
But this is an added sport, with the Title IX thing going.
Okay, yeah.
How does it bring revenue and the limelight to the university.
Right.
So a lot of big things. And it's funny when we're talking about that UIL. What are they waiting on to make it a sanctioned sport in Texas? You got 23 states in the United States already. In Texas, we're still in that pilot mode.
Wait, really?
Yes, sir.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, we're still in that pilot mode.
Yeah.
However, Dallas Cowboys, Houston Texans have sponsored leagues. So you got the Dallas League, Houston League, so the NFL flag.
Yeah.
So these girls are playing. That's where that visibility is coming from.
Okay.
That's why I'm telling you, I got that combine coming up in the Star on June the 7th.
Yeah. What's the combine for?
It's about, last year they had it was about 150 girls. Now
Is it, sorry to interrupt you, but I got to know real quick. Is it the same as like an NFL combine, like where you're doing the same events? Like you're
absolutely.
Really?
They're going to be doing
dude.
40
Yeah.
L drills, some position drills.
Yep.
They're not going to do
Vertical.
the bench. But
Oh, they're not gonna do the bench?
No,
Okay.
it'll be some one-on-ones.
Yeah.
But a combine style atmosphere.
That's awesome.
And that's what they need. These girls got to
Yeah.
be put in the limelight. They got to be. You're about to put the mantle on your shoulders,
Right.
and be a collegiate athlete playing flag football.
Yeah.
Women. And they need that much publicity just as the guys.
Yes.
I believe that.
I
I'm an
agree.
advocate for that.
Yeah, I like that.
Yes, because I have a daughter. Yes, I do.
Yeah.
But with all the other men out there, but you hear the coach say, "Oh, I'm glad I get to coach my son, leave my legacy." But what about us girl dads?
For real, yeah.
And now I'm doing that, so I'm speaking it out for the
That's
girl
cool,
dads.
man. Yeah.
Not to knock anything with the sons.
Yeah.
But you see, that's the tradition.
Yeah.
But being able to coach your daughter,
Oh, dude.
that's
There's
special.
Nothing like that.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
dude.
but Texas
Yeah.
has to sanction it, man.
When
And,
are they going? What's holding them back?
man, I think it's just when they're gonna play.
Yeah.
Because you're looking at it, obviously, sometimes they're always a spring sport, and then some coaches don't like it because, oh man, you're gonna take my track girls away.
Oh, yeah. I see.
So it's.
Yeah.
I think that's a lot of discussion on there, but it's gonna happen. We
Yeah.
just don't know when.
Okay.
But
yeah.
once Texas does it, oh man, we
Yeah.
got over almost 1,300 schools in the state of Texas. Florida's been doing the last 20-something years.
Have they?
Oh man, Florida's already been sanctioned. California.
Yeah.
But Texas, we're watching. But you got 23 states
Wow.
have already sanctioned it
Yeah.
as a championship UIL sport, as
Man.
a championship high school sport. Excuse me.
Okay, yeah,
But
yeah.
UIL's for Texas.
Right.
However, but these girls are playing. These girls are playing.
Yeah.
They're out there, and the talent is rich.
Yeah.
And this wave is coming. So you're going to be seeing that a lot.
Cool. Yeah, dude, that's amazing. So, what's it been like for you? Like, I think this is interesting because we kind of can relate on this. And I know many people out there can, other guys, but going from a single guy like you were talking about, like me and you, we just for up to a point we were very selfish because we didn't know any other way. We just cared about what we were doing in our lives and making progress. And then you get in a relationship, you get married, and you have a kid, and all of a sudden, I like the way you put it. You said it's a paradigm shift.
Absolutely.
And it is, man. It's so different whenever your child comes into the world, because you literally go from this selfish being to having to learn.
Yeah.
And it's a process. You said, man, I'm not perfect. It took me a little bit too, to learn how to become unselfish. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So talk about how that's changed your life, kind of.
Man, it's changed it for the better, obviously.
Yeah.
My wife, man, we've been together going on 15.
Man, that's
and
cool.
Then married going on 3.
Nice.
However, then having Mija, that right there. She has an older sister, and a brother.
Yeah.
So when me and my wife met, we had Cassandra and Israel Jr.
Okay.
There was her 2 kids.
Yeah.
But I've seen Cassandra was 14 when we got together, and
Yeah.
Junior was 7. So I've
Okay.
seen them grow up.
Yeah.
And then now we got Soraya. However, having my own.
Yeah.
My sister got my 2 nephews. So,
Uh-huh.
my mom was like, you're going to have a kid and yada, yada,
Yeah.
all that. But we had Mija. And to me, man, that really shifted my thoughts, my plans,
Yeah.
my desires, my attitude. I just feel God took that out of me and said it's not about you no more, Sam.
Yeah.
In a sense, it is about you because you still got to do what I
Right.
called you to do.
Yeah.
But now I'm taking that out of you and giving you a new vibe,
Exactly.
just a new bloodline. That's
Right.
And,
Yeah.
and the paradigm shift, your thoughts. So
Yeah.
everything I do, it doesn't affect me. It affects
Right.
them.
That's right.
So
yeah.
every decision I make, it doesn't affect me. It affects them.
Yeah.
So taking this job, yes, it's a change. Yes,
Yeah.
it disrupts. But now we're at the point where we're on board, all of us, my wife and Mija now, got to be cool with being uncomfortable to get comfortable.
Yes.
So
that's good.
where we want to go with this, we
Yeah.
got to be uncomfortable a little bit. Change comes.
Yeah.
But let's rearrange, but it's going to set us up for the next 10.
That's right.
She's 9. It's coming fast.
Yes.
High school's coming fast.
Yep.
But being in this position is going to help me and my wife raise her up. So when that time comes, when she's getting recruited, she's been there.
Yeah.
Like, my dad's
exactly.
there. He's there.
Yeah.
But as a dad, man, I wouldn't change it.
Yeah.
Being a girl dad. It teaches you more patience, understanding,
I bet.
being
Yeah.
able to listen more.
Yeah.
You know, and I have that. I get stubborn.
Yeah.
Oh man, and but just the softness of it. You know,
Yeah.
that bond that we have.
Uh-huh.
But yes, it changes your thinking. So now you got to make solid decisions.
Exactly.
And make
Yeah.
sure they're right, because
Yep.
it doesn't affect you anymore. It affects your whole family.
That's exactly
You know?
right.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, you're making decisions for the whole now. Yeah, for the it's like you have a new purpose, which is crazy, man. Yeah. And so the other thing I wanted to ask is, you know, as growing up playing, you know, running track and playing football, and then you're coaching and stuff. Has there been a moment where you got with your daughter and you've been able to coach her kind of one-on-one in some areas? Because I remember, like, for instance, my friend Jared I was talking about, he was a track star. He was amazing, but he would, you know, he got some of his training from school and stuff, but his dad would take him to the track early on, like 5, 6 years old, up till he was like in high school, and he'd teach him mechanics, different things, take the blocks out there, learning the blocks, how to come off the blocks. Things that Jarrett would later teach me.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, my dad showed me this, man. You're not doing that. You're not running correctly. Your arms are out to the side. You know, tell me these things. I'm like, why was I never taught that by a coach in school? And so, have you been able to do any of that? Like, pass on some of your knowledge and stuff to her already?
Absolutely.
That's amazing, dude. Yeah.
3
I bet
years
that's
old.
so rewarding.
3 years old, we're in the
Whoa.
house. We got
Yeah.
videos.
Yeah.
My wife got videos. We're in the door running the hall.
Yeah.
Mart said.
Are you serious?
And she's there.
Yeah.
You know, and but when I was talking about coaching her in summer track,
Yeah.
that's where I had the opportunity to do it.
Okay.
Show her the drills and just the mindset.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes you want to be a dad, but being the coach, you know, her first coach.
I know. That's cool.
So
yeah.
and I'm always to be there.
Yeah.
You know, but however, sometimes I want to sit back. But yes, have an opportunity. I still do that.
That's awesome.
You know,
man.
she learns. She's a quick learner.
Yeah.
And she observes.
Yeah.
But I don't try to push it. I just give it to her. And
Really,
she
I
picks
wanted
it
to
up.
ask you that. How pushy are you with it and stuff? Not.
We're structured as far as what we have to do because of her schedule,
Yeah.
and we try to be those parents
Okay.
intentionally.
Yeah.
She has a game, so we try to be on time. We try
Nice,
to,
dude.
and we're already doing it.
Yeah.
So, and I'm tying it into me now being a head college coach.
Uh-huh.
So recruiting.
Yeah.
So how can I be real and authentic?
Yeah.
So my word is not success no more. It's significant.
Nice.
So
yeah.
moving away from the word success.
Okay.
Now being significant.
That's good. Dude.
How can we be significant in what we're doing?
Okay.
That's my new attitude now.
That's good.
So when I'm talking to a young lady, I'm thinking about my daughter.
Wow.
So the connection,
Yeah.
I'm thinking about that. I'm already doing it, and parents are doing. Oh, I want my kid to get recruited. You're already doing some of the things.
Yeah.
Tell them you love them, being there for them, the
Yeah.
structure and how they eat, the time. Hey, you got a game at 2:00. You need to go to bed.
Yeah.
You gotta get your stuff ready. Make sure
Yeah.
you're already doing it. So how can we make it true? But being able to coach her in summer track and then seeing her, but she's already a self motivator.
Is she really?
This is the first year we did volleyball. She's already watching videos, learning how to set.
Yeah.
Obviously, her big sister Cassandra taught her some things,
Uh-huh.
but she's watching videos on tablet,
I love that.
learning
yeah.
how to set
Yeah.
at that age.
Yeah.
And then her coach telling, "There's no girl doing that."
Yeah,
she was the only
exactly.
one on her team doing the set.
That's crazy.
They're trying to hit, underhand.
Right.
Now it's overhand.
Okay.
But
yeah.
she sees that, and I think she watches mom and dad how we do it.
Yeah.
What we do. So
Yeah.
she gets that because her being the only child.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
She's watching what we do.
Exactly.
So being careful. Are we perfect? No.
Right. Yeah.
But in our Father, we're perfect.
Absolutely,
And He's covering
man.
us
Yes.
to be able to shield her and guide her
Yes.
in the way it should go.
That's
So we do
right.
have an athlete, and we
love
know what's
that.
coming. But
Yeah.
that preparation.
Well, let me ask you this, because the wheels are really turning in my
Yeah,
head
man.
because, I'm right behind you. I got
Absolutely.
a 4-year-old, and I got a couple questions here. But so this is a good opportunity for me and a lot of guys probably watching too. But so I've been a strength and conditioning coach for 13 years now, And one of the things I kept thinking was, man, when I have a boy or girl, I can't wait to get them in the weight room. You know, I'm going to teach them fundamental movement patterns from the get-go. They're going to be the best in the weight room as far as their form goes. They're going to be strong. They're going to be fast. You know, preparing them. That's what I can offer them.
Absolutely.
But what I was going to ask you is, when do you think it's too much? Like, I want to give him those skills, but I don't want to push him to where he starts to resent me and stuff. So have you had to work that balance at all with your daughter? Like,
absolutely.
So what's the balance, do you think?
Absolutely, man. And give a shout out to my buddy. I haven't talked to him in a minute, but I was working before I went into the education realm.
Yeah.
Guy, we was talking. He was like, man, first sport you need to put your daughter in is soccer.
That's what my son's in. Okay. Why you say that?
Because of the agility.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Soccer,
okay.
if you think about it, it translates to all of the sports.
It does.
The agility.
Absolutely. Speed, agility, quickness is what it is.
All of it. The coordination.
Yeah.
The fluency, the conditioning of it.
That's good.
All of that. So we started off in soccer when she was 3, 4 when we moved from San Angelo to Midland, and I took the job at TLCA Midland.
Nice, yeah.
So we started her in soccer.
Okay.
And then that led over to, summer track and everything. About 2 years ago, it came to the point because we were pushing it, and then she was tired. We can see it.
Oh.
But now I'm going to get into something here, and we saw it. So we were doing indoor soccer, outdoor soccer, futsal.
Wow.
And then we was like, nah. And we was talk to other parents, and some parents just breathing soccer all day long. No other sport, just soccer.
Yep.
We tried that. It burnt us out.
Wow.
It burnt her out.
Interesting. Yeah.
It burnt her out. So we was like, you know what? Whoa, let's take a step back.
Yep.
She doesn't do indoor no more. She don't like it.
Okay.
We don't do futsal.
Yeah.
All that. So we do, outdoor soccer. Now we decided, hey, this summer after volleyball, you're just going to be a kid.
Man.
So we're going to do some pool work, learn how to swim, and rejuvenate the body and get her in the pool.
Man, that's so good.
But it led to us thinking, and that's when I'm talking about my buddy Johnny. He's probably watching or going to watch.
Yeah.
The growth plates in the kids. So when you're straining them, they can't. They're still. She's still growing. Kids are still growing. When we push them, damaging those growth plates.
Okay.
Not allowing them to grow and just be a kid. Natural ability. The natural body to grow, rest.
Yes.
And what we're putting in these kids' body, and not chicken nuggets. Yeah, kids, chicken. Let them be a kid. Chicken nuggets and stuff like that. But really, what are we feeding our kids as far as nutrition? That's the biggest thing.
It's huge. Yeah.
Yes. But it took that. It took us to really sit down and talk.
This is gold.
And me being first-time soccer dad, so I read a book. It's called Soccer Dad.
Okay.
And that really opened my eyes, Matt.
Yeah.
Of just, the conversation you have with other parents. But this is my first go-around. My wife, she's been there because her daughter and son play soccer.
Yeah.
So now it's a new rim.
Right.
We're going through it together.
Yep.
But this is my first rodeo as far as being a athletic parent.
That's right.
Even though my mom went through it, but I had uncles and cousins,
Yep.
Come on, you ain't hurt. Get up.
Yeah.
Now we can't do that now.
I know, right?
Can't do that now. But it did. It really took just our time commitment. We was always on the go. And not saying anyone a lot, it was just her, but we was always on the go.
Yep.
Didn't really have time for us to really sit down and be a family. So we took the lid off and just let the steam out and say, okay, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Let's just look at something. Let's just look at this.
Yeah.
This is her development year. She's not pro.
Dude, why are people doing this, man? It's crazy.
She's not, at the high school level.
Right.
So are we going to push her to where it breaks her, to where she won't have the love for it?
Yeah, I know, right? That's the last thing.
Parents, we had to slow down. And we got in the conversation. Come on, we're going to no, we're not.
Yeah.
We're going to say, she going to practice? No.
Yeah.
Let her rest.
Right. Yeah.
I'm fine. Coach want to start her. Fine.
Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah.
That's fine with me. She's going to be at the game.
I know, right?
Coach, she ain't making practice. She's tired. Yeah, we're tired. So it took us a minute to really look at it and really, okay, let's strategically do this. She's still developing.
Man, that's such good advice there.
So when you say what took it took us being unselfish.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
You're pouring this money into this.
Right. Dang.
Every weekend we here.
Yep.
Let's slow down for a second. Yeah. Let's catch our breath.
Exactly. Yeah.
She's following us. She's going to do it. That's her love. But what are we doing as parents? We're the one that's guiding it. We're the one that's doing it. So we have to do a reality check.
Yeah.
And slow down. And that's where we at right now.
Okay.
And it gives us so much balance.
Man, dude, that's
Now she has the opportunity to pick and choose. I want to do
Right.
volleyball.
Yeah.
Okay. We added in because we didn't add those other sports.
right. Well, so that's my next question is, you know, I see, you know, one thing you think as a parent initially is like, yeah, I'm going to have my kid do this, and that, and he's going to do that, and she's going to do this. And you forget somewhere along the way that they're their own person.
Yeah.
So I think about, like, with my dad, you know, I grew up in an era like you where, you know, our parents, we didn't have all these thousands of extracurricular things for one sport. Like, I played football, basketball, baseball. I played golf. I did it all. I wasn't focused on one sport and doing 500 things for it from the time I was 5 years old.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I think about that with my son. I'm like, yeah, he's going to be a football player. He's going to play this position. And I'm like, what if he doesn't want to do that?
Exactly.
And so that's, I guess, my question is like, you know, do you think you should push your kids in one direction or another when it comes to what sport they're going to focus on? Or do you just let them play everything and then they choose? What do you think is best?
I think at this level
Yeah.
and age, you got to have them try it.
Okay, yeah.
We tried basketball.
Yeah.
1 week. Nope.
It just wasn't her thing. Yeah. Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
Soccer, track. Dad want to play volleyball. The timing of it. I want to do
Yeah.
volleyball. Now we got volleyball.
Yeah.
So I think presenting them to it. And
Okay.
if they gravitate to it, yes. If not, that's fine.
Yeah.
Because there's develop. This is the grassroots.
Yeah.
They're developing the love of the sport, the love
That's
of it.
right. Yeah.
You know, we as parents, we already know. Hey, we know what. No, they're learning.
Right.
They just okay. I'm coming out here to play ball, and
Yeah.
you know, it's us parents on the sideline. Get in there.
I know, right? Yeah.
But the kid out there just looking around, just okay.
They're just trying to have some fun. Yeah.
If you notice, yeah, you go to the game right after the game. I want my tablet.
Yeah.
Or I'm here. They ain't worried about what happened
I
just
know,
an hour
right?
ago.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But I think right now you got to present them
Okay.
and do that.
I like that.
Now, hey, they're pushing in the direction. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, okay.
But how much you putting on their plate?
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, ain't nothing wrong with pushing them in a direction.
Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Because they've done. I want football. It's the norm.
Yeah.
Baseball, basketball. Okay.
Yeah.
It's fine. But how much you putting on their plate?
Exactly.
That's my thought. But if you see them, they're not into it. Maybe just back off a little
Yeah.
bit. You know. And we started with Sarai. We started at the rec level. But her coach, he was like, he saw it. He was like, she needs to be academy. She just her
Needs to be what?
Academy level.
Why?
Because you got the rec level,
Yeah.
and then you got academy, which is more
Oh, I see.
structured.
Okay.
Because of the talent and
Yeah.
skill.
Okay. Yeah.
She was just out doing the
Wow.
rec.
Yeah.
So we had to find a good program on the academy level.
Yeah.
And then that's where it starts getting a little bit more robust and,
Right.
and structured.
Yeah.
But I think at this level, kids got to try all the sports.
Okay. I love that,
might,
man.
She might pick up basketball here down the road.
Sure, yeah.
Because in junior high, you kids do all three.
Yeah.
But she might not, and that's fine.
Right.
But at this age, when they're just developing that love or developing the interest,
Yeah.
you got to put them all in front.
Man, I love that.
You have
advice.
to.
Okay.
You have to get them outside.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
get them off their tablet.
Exactly.
Get them outside.
Yeah.
Kids are, man, I don't
I
want to
know.
go. Okay, that's fine. And then here we are, kids. But hey, is it a good thing? You know. But now we're talking about health stuff and
Man,
all that
yeah.
stuff. But I think just
I agree with you.
putting that in front of
100%.
kids.
Get
and
them
then-
outside. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And then one more thing. So, you know, the kids you see, you don't strike me as someone who was brought up like this, and I certainly wasn't. You know, the kids who have the parents or the dad that when they mess up in a game or don't score, they're screaming at them and they're real hard at them, making them feel like crap. And what do you think is the best way to coach your own kid, let's say, or to root for them or whatever? Do you think it's? I feel like it's not healthy to do that. You know what I mean? To scream at them and get onto them like that. What do you think?
I think you got to have a balance.
Okay.
But that's being knowing who you are as an adult first.
Okay. Yeah.
Because you see it a lot. You see it on TikTok, Facebook. Parents live through their kids.
Right.
And my wife, and we've talked about that. I don't want to be that dad.
Yeah.
You know, because other people said, Sam, Sarai has your speed.
Yeah.
thank God she has.
No, yeah.
Fine, but I'm not going to live through her.
Okay,
because it's her journey.
Yeah.
But I think the best way it is if what are your intentions?
Okay.
Come on now.
Yeah.
You know what are your intentions? You coaching your son or daughter?
Yeah.
They're gonna make mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
Let them make mistakes. Let them have fun. Be that sideline dad or mom. But if you coaching the team, you got to do it. Or you hear it. Oh, I'm just as hard on my son or daughter just as other kids. Fine.
Yeah.
But after practice, you're gonna get in the car. You're still talking about that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Now they need dad.
That's
they
right.
don't need coach.
Yeah.
So how are you gonna separate that?
Okay.
But I think that's where the humility comes, and not, going through it and letting that ego out.
Mm-hmm.
Being selfless, man. It's tough.
Yeah, it is.
We get it. Sports is rigid because you can learn if it wasn't for sports, brother, I don't know where I would be.
Me neither. Seriously.
I'd probably be dead in jail right
Dude,
now.
I know, man.
Real talk.
Me too.
You know, and have I made mistakes? Yes.
Yeah.
But sports has really kept me with the hand of God and
Yes.
people. His wings have covered me, but sports is my life.
Yeah.
And it's giving me opportunities, open doors.
Yep.
But being that parent now, I'm not going to be that hoverboard parent.
Yeah.
I've decided not to.
That's
I
cool.
didn't have it.
Yeah.
And there's no reason for me to even go that route.
Right.
We see it.
Yeah.
But we're like, dang, but then you see the kid cry. It breaks
know.
the spirit.
Yeah.
And you're like, they're just a kid.
Yeah.
They're just a kid.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously I got something going on with the parent inside.
Exactly.
And I think the best way is just balancing it. You got to find that balance because there's no manual, but you got to find that balance, man. But I think I'm not that yeller. You know, I can get stern.
Right.
And have I yelled? Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm not that cussing coach.
Right.
Have I cussed? Yes.
Yeah.
But I'm not the one, yeah. I'm not that type of coach.
Exactly, yeah.
Because it wasn't done to me.
Exactly.
But if I did something wrong, Sam.
Right. Oh, yeah.
But it wasn't constant.
Exactly.
And I think that type of coaching has already gone.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's why I think a lot of kids are not participating in sports. I don't like the coach. I don't like the way he talks to me. But then you got to think some kids are soft.
That's true.
They don't take correction.
Yeah, that's
whatever.
right. Not coachable.
But I think it's a matter of the parent really looking at themselves and finding that balance.
Yep.
Of what style do you want to do?
That's right.
Because right now you can really break your kid, especially at this level.
No, that's what's
By the
scary,
time,
dude. Yeah.
By the time they get to junior high, they don't want to have no part in the sport.
Yeah.
Why? Because what happened 8 years ago?
Exactly.
At the baseball game.
I think you hit it on the head dude, when you said that. Well, you see that a lot whenever the parent is trying to live vicariously through this. That's why that happens.
Yes.
They're really talking and screaming at themselves as a young kid.
Yep.
And they're thinking they're getting to do that journey again. And you're right.
Absolutely.
It's a kind of a selfish thing if you think about it as to why they're really doing that.
Yeah.
So that's a good point.
It is.
Yeah.
Man.
You got to be careful for that.
You have to.
Yeah.
And I think you really have to look at it for what it is. There's no in between. You see the black and white.
Yeah.
You know why you're doing it? Just because your dreams were broken.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. What caused that? Now
Exactly.
you can give the formula to your kids.
Yeah.
This is what you should not do.
Exactly. Yeah.
This is what you have to do in order to get past that. Us as parents, we want the best for our kids. That's just natural.
Yeah.
I want this for my kid. We're gonna do whatever it is for my kid. Yada yada. But when it comes down to it, do we know the plan? No.
Yeah.
But it takes us talking,
Right.
especially as men.
Yeah.
We have to come be vulnerable.
Yep.
And because do we know it all? No.
Right.
Some men grew up single parent, which was me
Yeah.
up until my mom remarried.
Yep.
But I had uncles, cousins who
Exactly.
really shielded.
Yeah.
But there's some that don't. They have to been working since they were 12, 13. And so how they going to do it? But I think it's just a matter of asking a question.
Yeah.
Being open.
For sure.
Especially being an athletic parent. Not just soccer, but it's just an athletic parent. I look at it as a whole. You ran that umbrella.
Yeah.
But by the time they get to junior high, then they're going to gravitate what really sport. Okay, we're serious in these couple sports. Let's get it on.
Exactly.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
But I think it's a matter of finding that balance.
Yeah, that's
You
good.
Really,
dude.
but you got to be humble enough to do that and accept it and say, okay, what type of parent I want to be? Because my kid turned around, man, it's embarrassing. I hear my mom and dad all the time. They're yelling and stuff like that. When I get out, I can't focus.
Right.
Because my dad's going to yell at me or my mom's
Exactly,
going to yell at me
yeah.
because I missed the swing
Right.
or I missed the pitch or I missed the catch.
Yep.
I know I'm going to get scolded and
Exactly.
here we are.
That could never be a good thing.
And then you see the kid, they
Yeah.
just hunch. But then,
Yeah.
but then I mean, we're going in something deeper. That's why they don't want to be at home. They want to be at their friend's house.
Well, you think about that. Like, if you were brought up that way, being coached like that by your parent, on the way to your, let's say, baseball game, football game, you probably have bad anxiety instead of being excited about it.
Yeah.
Because you're like, man, if I mess up, I'm going to get screamed at. Like, it makes you have this horrible feeling toward the sport,
Absolutely.
you know? So, man, that's just destructive.
That fear.
Yeah.
That fear.
That fear,
That's all. I think that's it. That fear and anxiety.
Yeah.
And that's what breeds it. It starts at home.
Yeah.
I mean, we can, we can talk about it. Being educated starts at home.
Yeah.
Not just waiting on the school system.
Exactly.
It's us as parents. It's us listen to our grandparents.
Right.
The way we're raising our kids, it can't happen the way we were being raised by our parents and the grandparents raising theirs, our aunts and uncles.
Right.
It's different.
I know, dude. Yeah.
So how are we going to adapt to that?
Yeah.
Can we take bits and pieces of that? Oh,
yeah,
yes.
for sure. Yeah.
Because sometimes you got to have that old
You
school.
have to, yes.
Old school, come to
agree.
Jesus.
Yeah.
You got to have it. So they can know and understand, but then you got to have a way to connect.
Yeah.
Doing
Good
that.
point, dude.
So really,
That's
man,
good.
it's a beautiful thing once you find that balance.
Yeah.
Is it going to happen overnight? No.
Yeah.
That balance might not come until your kids in high school.
Right.
I know, and we're on this journey. Just like you say, you're not that far, but we're still on this journey. I'm still learning. I'm still learning.
Right?
What she done like and what she like.
Yeah.
I already have a little bit.
Yeah.
But now we're on this volleyball kick.
Right.
So volleyball is the main sport right now.
Right. Yep.
So I'm finna learn the rules.
Exactly, right?
I'm gonna learn everything I need to do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go out there and learn how to hit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go do it.
Heck
'Cause
yeah.
that's where she's gravitating to.
Yeah.
So I'm just happy that she's picking up something she wants to love and learn.
Exactly.
And then we just gotta just nurture it.
That's right,
and let her develop it.
Yeah.
But
like
make sure
that.
it doesn't harm. I mean, I think that's where the parents' eyes come in.
Yeah.
Is it going to harm her? No, let's wait. The timing. Let's wait a little bit. You're not ready for that. Boom, boom, boom.
Right. Yeah.
But that helps us see. So when we talk about decisions, being that we're looking at 5 years down the road, they're looking at the now.
That's
not
right.
5 years from now.
Yeah.
So when all that pressure, having the kids grow, their growth plates,
That's good, man.
letting them grow and the nutrition and all that stuff.
Really good
Man,
points.
it's happening now.
Yeah.
Because it's a flick of a hat. You can go get stuff and juice up and all that stuff, but the natural way. But it takes time, effort, humility.
That's right, dude.
But that desire and that mindset to say, hey, we're going to try to do it the right way. We're going to do it the right way.
I love
It's going to
that,
take
dude.
time. Yeah. So
That's
it's
cool.
just a matter of what you really want and the results you want. Adapting and then changing it and then putting your twist on it as a family.
Yeah. I love that, man.
Yes, sir.
So, do you remember Coach Davis? Did you play? Do you know Coach Davis?
Yes,
or no?
I do. Coach
Dude,
Davis.
Coach
Yes.
Davis.
Oh, man.
So, just to talk about him real quick, man, I love Coach Davis. He I was kind of a goofball in the locker room and stuff. So it would not fail, no matter what. Like I'd be swinging off the rafters, and I'd be like popping somebody with a towel. Every time I was doing something, just the weirdest thing you can imagine, he'd come around the corner.
Here we go.
And he'd just sit there all stern with his arms crossed, and he'd go.
Yeah.
And he'd be all pissed at me.
Man.
But dude, he would be in the weight room at like 4 or 4:30 in the morning, 5 days a week in the central weight room up at the field house, dude.
Yeah.
Jacked. I mean, when I was there, he was jacked out of his mind. Probably when you were there too, right?
Yeah, he was there. He didn't coach me in junior high because he was at believe at Edison.
Yeah.
And then he moved over to Central when I was there.
That's right.
But his work ethic,
Right.
even to this day, he does. He's on that.
Guy's a legend.
And yes, he coached my uncles and cousins.
Really?
Yeah. And then it's a funny thing. We were talking about track.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to bounce off.
No, you're good. Yeah.
But Coach David coached my uncle.
Yeah.
So my uncle had the 400-meter record.
What was your uncle's name?
Ottaway Perriman. He had the
Dude!
he has the 400-meter record at Central in '87.
I know that, dude. I grew up hearing that name, dude.
And then 10 years later, I come breaking in '97.
That's crazy.
But
Yeah.
Coach Davis coached my uncle, my cousins, Edison, and all them, man.
Yeah.
So he knows my family. He knows me, and but his work
crazy.
ethic is still there. And that's remarkable to see.
It is.
That was an example to us.
Yes.
Because I wasn't big on weights, but I can see him in there getting it.
Right.
It allowed me to get that taste, and I really didn't get big on weights until I got to college.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So that right there. So
Cool,
a lot of stuff won't gravitate to him, but Coach Davis, shout out to him,
Yeah,
man.
I know, dude. For real.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, lastly, I always ask everybody this, but what are 3 things that you're genuinely grateful for right now in your life?
Oh man, family.
Nice.
My family and. Man, just connections, meeting like
Yeah.
that. And 3, man, just God giving me new life.
Yes.
I'm grateful, for this new opportunity too.
Yes.
To be in the coaching realm. especially at the collegiate level.
Yeah.
Those three things right there, brother, has really given me that. I mean, there's more, but just family, man, and then divine connections.
Absolutely.
But then this new opportunity, it's a new chapter in my life, my family's life. And it's special. It's going to be special, man. Yes, sir.
Well, congratulations, dude.
Thank you so much,
Sam.
man.
Yeah, this
I appreciate
was awesome.
it.
Absolutely, brother.
Yes, sir.
God bless you and your family,
you.
and thank y'all for coming in.
Thank you for having us, man.
Absolutely.
Thank you for having us. Appreciate
All right,
it.
guys. We'll see you later. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. As usual, thank you, Sam, for coming on, sharing some of your wisdom, experience with coaching and growing up in West Texas. That was some really good stuff, some really good nuggets of wisdom right there for anybody who's got a kid who's an athlete. Take care, guys. We'll catch you on the next one.
Yeah, we rise, we inspire. Forged by fire, turn the pressure into power. For real.